everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Shehbaz here. In today's video, I am going to do exploratory factor analysis in SPSS by using two different methods, principal component method and principal axis factoring method. These two methods are available in the same factor analysis window in SPSS, but they serve different purposes. Understanding this difference is important before selecting an extraction method. First, let us understand the basic difference. Principal component analysis is primarily a data reduction technique. It uses the total variance of the observed variables and creates components that summarize as much information as possible. As compared to principal component method, principal axis factoring is a common factor analysis method. It focuses on shared and common variance among variables and is used when our objective is to identify underlying latent factors or constraints. So, remember this line for both principal component analysis and principal axis factoring analysis. Principal component analysis is used for data reduction and component extraction. However, principal axis factoring analysis is done for exploring underlying latent factors. So now we are going to conduct first principal factoring method. So we will go to analyze and then click on dimension reduction and then click on factor. So you will see this window and now you can see we have three main variables. First variable is green employee involvement with 4 survey items. As well you can see green compensation and reward variable with 4 items. And third variable is green performance and management with 4 survey items. So now we will put all survey items or 3 main factors into variable set. Now we'll click on descriptive statistic and we will select univariate descriptives, initial solution, coefficients, significance levels, determinant, KMO and Bartlett test of Sphericity. Now we'll click on continue. Okay, so this is very important before going to principal component or principal axis factoring method. So because we are going to do principal axis factoring first, so we will click on principal axis factoring method because this is basically a method which is called exploratory factor analysis. So in this way, based on eigenvalues greater than 1, we can keep this as it is, or you can also specify the fixed number of factors. Like we can see we have 12 survey items, but we have 3 main construct, mean 3 factors. So we can put also 3 factors here. So now we will click on scree plot because we also need to see the eigenvalues and then click on continue. Now the second important thing is rotation matrix. So we will click on varimax because varimax is used when our variables are not related to each other. So because we are going to do exploratory factor analysis using factoring axis method, so that's why we will click on varimax and then click on continue. Next process is score. So we will keep it as it is, then click on option and we need suppress small coefficients. So in this case we can decide what will be the value you will retain. For example, if because according to different criteria like here et al 2019 suggests that the factor value should be higher than 0.5. So it means if we put 5.5 value as suggested value, and below this value will be deleted automatically from the table. So we will keep 0.50 and above values. Now click on continue. Click on OK. So our results are here. You can see descriptive statistics and the mean standard deviation of all measurement survey items. And this is next table is correlation coefficient of survey items. You can see thus because there is always one strong correlation between the same construct, and you can see there is a strong correlation between GCR and GCR1 GCR1, but we need to see the relationship with other factors, constructs, or observed indicators. So you can see GCR has strong relationship with GCR2. You can see 0.624. As well you can see the other relationship and interpret accordingly. Okay, so next the KMO and Bartlett test is used to check the adequacy of the data. So you can see here KMO value is 0.93, which is higher than 0.6 as suggested by KMO and other recommended scholars. So it means I just want to draw the value of KMO higher than 0.6. On the other hand, Bartlett test of Sphericity value is less than 0.05. So it means the KMO measure of sampling adequacy value is 0.93, which is higher than 0.6 as suggested, and the Bartlett test of Sphericity value is 0.000, which is a p-value. This is basically a p-value, and it is less than 0.05, which is our significance level. So in both cases the value is significant and KMO value is greater than 0.6, so we can say our data is adequate for further analysis. Okay, so we need to remove the things from here. Okay, we come to next table. These are commonalities, so we can see the variances of each measurement item for the retained factors. So you can extract all variance of each measurement item for retained factors. Okay, so the next step is total variance explained, and you can see we have 3 main factors and 12 survey items. So you can see 3 factors explained 67.716% of total variance, and you can also see the eigenvalues. First item has higher eigenvalues than the other items. So if you can also see from the scree plot, this first measurement item has higher eigenvalue than the other observed indicators. Okay, so next we come to factor matrix, and the most important thing is to see in exploratory factor analysis is factor loading, and you can see rotated factor matrix. So in this way you can see the value of all measurement is higher than 0.5 as we suggested by Hare et al. 2019 in exploratory factor analysis. However, the value of GEI3 is missing here because SPSS automatically removed the value because the value was found by SPSS is lower than 0.5. So in this case, SPSS automatically deleted the value of GEI3 because the value was lower than 0.5. So, but Another issue in our data is GEI4 value is overlapping in GPM table. So it means the green employee involvement value number 4 is overlapping on green performance and management factor. So in this case, we need to remove the two values. First value mean first item GEI3 because its factor loading was lower than 0.5. We will also remove this one, and this item is also overlapping than other construct, so we will also remove the item number 4, GEI3 and GEI4. So now we will run the analysis again. We will go to dimension reduction, click on factor. Now we will remove GEI3 and GEI4. So other things are same. Then click on OK. Okay, so come to the table, rotated matrix. Okay, now good. You can see all values of GCR come under one column, and then the two values, I mean, because we have deleted two items of green employee involvement and two are retained. So you can see in third column, so all factor loading show uniqueness as compared to other factor. So in this way, we have done exploratory factor analysis because we deduct the factor loadings, we deduct the factors by looking at how much factor loading was decided by different scholars, and because it shows the validity of the data.